It was just basically like some type of psychosexual superiority complex, right? It's just feminizing the African men or the African American men, if it's the Black American, whether if it's the Caribbean black man. It was just something that they love, right? It was like to reassure them that it was to show that these micro penis white individuals, right, on the plantation, like it was a way to show that they're masculine, right? Men raping men, bunch of f words, right? Nasty men, right? And don't get it twisted. Some of them too, not just men they used to rape. They used to rape, black women and little girls too, right? Babies sometimes because these individuals were pedophiles. These European, right? It's in their blood, right? So these micro penises that they have is something that sometimes they just gotta they can't please their wives, so it's something that they used to. And remember, the British was another one that used to love that, doing that stuff too. As you know, the British and the Americans are kind of like the same, right? It's no different, right? But like I said, it was practiced throughout the Europeans, right? And sometimes too, what they used to do is, when the weather was too cold, when the weather was cold, uh, you know, black men, they would shiver. And remember, they have no pants on. So as they shivering, that would entice the nasty European slave owner that likes to smell doo-doo and blood. And that would basically, something that they would do. It's like, hey, buck breaking them, right? That's something that they used to do in Louisiana a lot. They used to do that in Mississippi. So it's something that I have to share, it's just sharing knowledge and, excuse me, and sharing the truth, where what men had to go through back in those slavery days. You know, uh, we had to deal with a lot of, you know, effery, right? We had to deal with a lot of effery because, again, it was something that, these nasty, nasty European white men, it's something that they really, really, really enjoyed was basically raping men, uh, you know, especially if the man is big, they would, take turns and rape him, doodle will be everywhere, nastiness will be everywhere. So this culture thing is still practiced, it's still practiced, throughout, you know, history, and it still happens, right? It's just something that, and now you got, black men that does that too. They were doing that to other men too. So you got to understand, it's something that is practiced, right? And practiced by some nasty, 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 hideous, hideous, hideous men, buck breaking. So something that these nasty, nasty European men, is something that they love, man. Till this day, I don't know what's the issue of smelling doodoo, smelling open butt, right? Mixed with blood and stuff like that, right? I don't know. It's just something that I could never, never understand how these nasty, nasty French, English, Dutch, Irish, Spanish, and Portuguese individuals would love that, right? So, it's just a little knowledge that I'm just sharing with you guys, so you guys could know the truth of what happens, right, or what happened during the slavery time, and still then, uh, this still goes on today, right? In the shadows, it still goes on, right? Where these micro penis Europeans, right? They would they would kidnap or something that they love. I don't know what is it that they love, right? And I think today we know the truth, and the truth is the truth, and it's something that will always be there. So I just wanted to share this this time by letting you know the truth of these nasty homosexual slave owners, these white men that used to practice this type of culture. All right. So just like and subscribe, and I'll see you later, and we'll talk about something different, right? So please subscribe to Shad the Sumerian King on YouTube, and you guys have a great, great day. Bye bye.